So, ladies and gentlemen, hold your hats, watch your popcorn, make sure anybody that hates being politically correct is in the room because we're talking probably the most politically incorrect movie in the 1970s, the infamous The Kentucky Fried Movie. Now, brought to you, written by the Zaz Group, James Abrahams, David Zucker, and Jerry Zucker of Police Squad fame. This American independent sketch comedy film, produced by Kim Jorgensen, Larry Kostroff, and Robert K. Weiss, was directed by John Landis. Among the numerous star cameos are George Lazenby of 007 fame, the Incredible Hulk, Bill Bixby, Henry Gibson, Barry Dennen, Donald Sutherland, Tony Dow, Stephen Bishop, and the voice of Shadow Stevens. According to writer David Zucker on the DVD commentary track for the movie, David Letterman auditioned for the role of a newscaster but was not selected. The movie also features maybe former members of the Groundlings and the Second City. The feature presentation portion of the film stars Evan C. Kim and Hapkido Grandmaster Bong Soo-han. The Kentucky Fried Movie marked the first film appearance of a number of actors who later became famous and launched the careers of the Zucker brothers, Abrahams and Landis. Now, Landis was recommended to direct Animal House in '78 based on his work with the Kentucky Fried Movie. The film's writers, again, were the team of Zaz, who subsequently wrote Airplane, Top Secret, and the Police Squad series and spin-offs under the Naked Gun. Now, cinematography, Robert E. Collins and Stephen M. Katz, edited by George Folesley, music by Ego Cantor. KFT was the production company, Kentucky Fried Theater, distributed by United Film Distribution. 83 minutes, a budget of only $650,000, but it made tons of movie money at the box office, $7.1 million, and millions and millions and millions of more on a myriad of video, beta, VHS, whatever. Now, KFM, I'm going to call it, contains largely unconnected sketches that parody various film genres, including exploitation films, blaxploitation, action, porno, westerns, all kind of stuff. The film's longest segment spoofs early kung fu films, specifically Enter the Dragon. Its title, A Fistful of Yen, refers to a fistful of dollars. Parodies of disaster film, That's Armageddon, blaxploitation films, Cleopatra Schwartz, where a buxom black Avenger marries a Yiddish, heartthrob. And softcore porn, women in prison films, Catholic high school girls in trouble, starring the very luminous Ushi Dygart. They're presented in the coming attraction trailers. The fictional films are produced by Samuel L. Bronkowicz, a conflation of Samuel Bronson and Joseph L. Mankiewicz, but also a spoof of B-movie producer and AIP co-founder Samuel Arkoff. The sketch, See You Next Wednesday, mocks theater-based gimmicks like Censor-Around by depicting a dramatic film presented in Feel-Around, which involves an usher physically accosting a theater patron. Has to be seen to believe because Igor from MASH is in it. Other sketches spoof TV commercials and programs, news broadcasts, and classroom educational films. The city of Detroit and its high crime rate are a running gag portraying the city as a hell on earth. In A Fistful of Yen, the evil drug lord orders a captured CIA agent to be sent to Detroit, and the agent screams and begs to be killed instead, but the villain ignores him and sends him on his way to Michigan. Now, the credits list the sketch incorrectly, as the writers changed the show order after the credits had been written. On second cut, they corrected the error. The following is listed in the running order used in the film. Of course, the 11 o'clock news skit, Argon Oil commercial, AM Today, the TV show news parody, His New Car, Catholic high school girls in trouble, 2 minutes of extreme nudity, and again, good to see Ushi Dygart holding up to what she does best. See You Next Wednesday, a 5-minute skit and Feel Around, NYTEX PM, a commercial for a drug that cures headaches by rendering the purchasers unconscious. High Adventure, He is the Unknown, 11 o'clock news, part 2, Headache Clinic, 40 seconds, Household Orders, 40 seconds, The Wonderful World of Sex, A Fistful of Yen, which goes 32 minutes, Willer Beer, the Harry Krishna promoting beer. It has to be seen, believe. 11 o'clock news, Scott Free, the board game based on the JFK assassination. That's Armageddon. United Appeal for the Dead. Very interesting concept, of course. Courtroom, 5 minutes, Ness and Oil. Courtroom Part 2, Cleopatra Schwartz. Zinc Oxide and You. Danger Seekers, has to be seen, believe. Eyewitness News and 11 o'clock news. Now, the big skit that a lot of people had trouble with, Danger Seekers. Now, this was a parody of the 73-74 television series Thrill Seekers. Now, this one, part-time airline mechanic, full-time daredevil Rex Kramer, played by Robert Starr. This only goes on for the minutes. Vows to take on the most dangerous situations possible for the sake of adventures. But this one, he wears protective gear. He walks in the middle of a group of African-American men playing CeeLo in an alley and screams the racial epithet blank, whereupon he flees as the angler pursue him. The name Rex Kramer will later be given to Robert Stack's character in Airplane. Now, in certain jurisdictions, the scene is either cut out or censored, but in Canada it was not. So, again, for the concept of comedy, it works, but the thing is, it wouldn't be accepted in 2023. That's why the movie was released 46 years ago. Now, you have Eyewitness News, which is a parody of 1984's two-way television, and then the last one is 11 o'clock news, part 4. Now, David Zucker and Abrahams made a round to the Hollywood studios with the concept for the movie and were rejected by all of them, being told audience don't like movies composed of sketches. Since the three believe in their material, which they had honed in front of the audiences with their improv group, Kentucky Fried Theater, decided to make the movie on their own. Now, a wealthy real estate investor offered to finance the film if he would write a script. After completion of the screenplay, the investor had second thoughts and decided he did not want to fund the film alone. He said he would try to attract other investors if the three filmmakers would produce a 10-minute excerpt of the film, which he would finance. When the trio presented a budget of a short film to the investor, he backed out. Now, the prospect of shooting the short film so excited the trio, they decided to pay for it themselves. The 10-minute film cost $350,000, and with it, they again approached the Hollywood studios. This time, they attached a young director named John Landis to the project, who came to attention after appearance on The Tonight Show promoting his first film, Schlock. However, once again, the studios turned him down. Now, curious as to how audience would react to their film, they persuaded exhibitor Kim Jorgensen to show it before one of his regularly scheduled films. When Jorgensen saw the short, he fell out of his seat laughing. He was so impressed that he offered to raise the money needed to make the full-length version. By having his fellow exhibitors screen the film before audience in their theaters, he convinced them to put up the $650,000 budget. When released, KFM was a box office success. Word of mouth was tremendous, returning domestic American rentals of 7.1 million. Now, Anchor Bay Entertainment released a Region 1 DVD in 2000. It's in a widescreen and full frame. It includes commentary by Landis, Zaz, and producer Robert K. Weiss. Now, it's 70, and in 2011, Arrow Video and Region 2 released a 2-disc special edition DVD. Audio recollections of Landis, Zaz, and producer Robert K. Weiss, a widescreen and full-frame format, original mono audio, a conversation with David and Jerry Zucker, Jerry Zucker's on-site home video shoot during the making of the film, behind-the-scenes photo gallery, original trailer, 4-panel reversible sleeve with original newly commissioned artwork, double-sided fold-out artwork poster, and a collector's booklet featuring brand-new writing on director Landis by critic and author Callum Waddell. Now, on July 2nd, 2013, it was released in Blu-ray on a 1.85 to 1 widescreen transfer. The version includes the original trailer, Arrow DVD release filmmaker commentary, and a Zucker brothers interview. Now, on Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a score a big 81% based on reviews from 32 critics. The site's critical consensus reads, the now obscure pop culture references and spoof commercials add to Kentucky Fried Movie's anarchic, anything-goes spirit and wit. Metacritic, 61%. Variety called the film top of the notch, which has excellent production values and some genuine wit. Gene Siskel, however, gave it 2 stars out of 4 for a lot of one-joke gags. Now, writing 3 letters later in 2008 after the release, E. Nathan of Empire Magazine calls the film occasionally funny. And the film ranks 87th on Bravo's 100 funniest movies of all time. Now, I know when I saw it the first time in 81, couldn't stop laughing, and I haven't stopped laughing since. And that was 42 years ago for me. Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a chance to see Kentucky Fried Movie, take 2 hours of your life and enjoy it. Bye.